Good morning, it's Mitch Dagmon here with TeamODZ, about ready to kick off today's coffee ride. Getting set up with Discord, getting on the bike. I'll be rolling here in just 2 minutes. So I've got a lot to do here in a couple minutes, but great to be back on the bike this week after a week out on vacation. So today we will be doing 2 laps of the Volcano Flat Reverse. Subsequent to that, we will do 1 lap of a race lab all-out effort for everybody to test their fitness. A little bit smaller group this week, I think, because of the new category system for ODZ, confusing some folks as far as what category the race actually is. So this race is an all-category race, so racers A, B, C, D are all eligible and encouraged to come out for this ride. Let's get on the bike. Let's get ready to go and see if anybody's on Discord this morning. Hey, good morning on Discord.
Morning, Mitch.
How are
Good morning.
you? Hey, Ken.
Morning. How is everybody?
So awesome. I cleaned my drivetrain on my bike last night. Chain, the cassette, took the crank out, re-lubed and cleaned everything. Feels so good right now. We started here in 22 seconds, so guys, let's make sure that we maintain a 2.2 watts per kilogram pace. No sprinting off the front. Hey, Chris Savina, thank you for the enjoy the ride, and I appreciate you tuning in and watching us. I guess I actually need to work a little bit more here. Hey, Chris Savina, thank you for the yeah, Ken, if you're on Discord, my legs are pretty sore as well.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Mitch. How are you, sir?
I'm hanging in there. Good to hear your voice.
It's been a while.
Oh, you've been too busy actually trying to get fitter.
Sorry, what was that?
Said you've been spending too much time doing destructive workouts.
Yeah, well, we'll see if they were constructive or not in a few minutes.
I'm sure they have been. What was your FTP improvement?
Not a great deal, to be honest. From 221 to 230.
Yeah, but you've been riding for a while now, right?
Yeah, well, since October last year.
All right. It's tough though too. There's a whole, it's actually a science, or not even really a science, but like an art to an FTP test. Pacing is so important. Do the 20-minute or the 8-minute?
Yeah, I did the 20-minute one, and the more times you do them, the more you realise that pace has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, even on the 8-minute ones. I did the 8 one recently, and I completely blew up the pace on the first one.
Yeah, I tried to hold back a bit at the beginning, but I think I held back a bit too much.
Yep.
By the end, my legs were shattered, but I think I could have gone harder to start with and still been just as shattered at the end.
Yeah. So who else on here has done a recent FTP test?
The whole 8 weeks was good, though. The whole 8 weeks was good fun.
Good. That's the intent.
I was saying I did the 8 weeks with Rob there. This is Ben.
How'd your FTP test come out?
I was shooting for a little bit higher, but I gained 10 watts, went from 275 to 285.
All right, that's still 10 watts. Those are hard watts to come by when you start getting up there. So Ken Scram said just said he does the 20-minute test during the challenge. So you guys are bigger men than me.
I lost some weight, which was good.
That's even better. That's like a bonus.
Yeah, so that'll help me if nothing else does. And not to make it an excuse, I think it probably is harder the older you get, trying to get muscles working in that way.
Yeah, I think you're right. And people watching on the stream, I apologize. I've got a problem with the internet or something this morning. It's really jumpy and choppy. So I apologize for that. Trying to work on that while I ride. It looks like Ken tried to pace it. It's still hard to do. I mean, really, I mean, just being honest, an FTP test is just an exercise in miserableness. And it's going to be hard, and it's going to suck, and you're going to feel like you failed, but I mean, you really are exercising to exhaustion. You're going to feel like you always left something on the table, I think, because you tax yourself so much.
Yeah, I didn't have the discussion with the team until after I tested. I should have had it before, but I did the let's go out hard and then just slowly just hang on to dear life strategy. I think the rest of them were doing the slow build, which would have been probably more advisable. I don't know. Figured I'll try it again in a couple weeks.
Yeah, Andy Jenner and I did it together, online, live, and his watts are a little higher than mine, and I think he's a little further ahead than I was as far as being ready to do an FTP test. And I tried to hang with him first 8 minutes, and I think that really hurt me for my second 8 minutes. So it is what it is. I mean, you learn every time you do it.
So if they take 95% of your 20-minute, how does that work with the 8-minute?
It's 90%. And you average the 2 8-minute blocks, take 90%.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I worked out what my target should be to hit my original FTP, but then I felt it was too easy to start with, so I went too fast to begin with and then died at the end.
Yeah, I mean that's the issue too. Is when you do it, you got to pick a target, and you're going arbitrarily trying to figure out where should I target. That can impact the rest of the test. So. I mean, I'm pretty confident my FTP is higher than what my test result showed, but I don't know. Ken will tell you after yesterday's workout that it's probably right where it's supposed to be. That was such a hard workout and faded near the end. So the group here is doing pretty good today.
FTP tests are relevant for a lot of people, and I think they're great. But I do have to share. I don't know if you guys listened to the Zwiftcast, but Nathan's comment about comparing FTP tests. Have you guys heard that?
No, I haven't. What did you say?
Haven't, no.
He said FTP tests are completely personal, but by comparing FTP tests is the equivalent of putting on a muscle t-shirt, walking into a gym, and flexing in front of the mirror.
Yeah, no, I agree. If you're just saying, look, my FTP is 285 and mine's 220, but I think having a dialogue around.
Yeah, I only ever do each
practices
day,
and
and I'm not bothered what other people do.
Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, it's a fair comment. I mean, my FTP is
I'm
is like 243, and it's completely irrelevant to everybody else's.
Yeah, he wasn't being disparaging. Everybody's FTP test based on their own is completely different.
Oh yeah, no, I 100% agree. And compare yourself to the rider, and their number is not relevant. Right, and especially once you go outside, I think it's even more irrelevant. But I mean, the game may be slightly more relevant, absent weight. Seems to be taking a long time to do this first lap, doesn't it? Maybe my legs are just tired.
Does a lot.
So I'm on iOS. Haven't done a module in 8 weeks. Are the letters next to the names? Is that the classifications? Is that new?
It is new. So what Zwift did was they, in their infinite wisdom, thought it was confusing for people to show up for a ride marked for everybody. Then there'd be A, B, C, D races within that group, and then they get blown off the line, discouraged, and don't come back. So they mandated every ride have a single category. So if you're trying to start all in one pen because it's the, call it the off season, and our numbers are around 40 or so per ride, and having 3 A's riding by themselves on the course isn't fun. You put everybody in one pen, you have to give it one classification, which in itself is its own problem, because then people see that this is an A race or A ride and don't do it because they're B, C, or D.
Yeah, and when the A's drop me, I might get discouraged and not come back this time, Mitch.
So they're supposedly working on a fix. What's disappointing is that they didn't talk to anybody in the community who actually leads and organizes these rides before they came out with this fix. There's a lot of angst in ire expressed over it. I think it really has messed with
Sure.
rides.
Yeah.
It almost discouraged me from joining the race today because I thought it was a cat A. I'm only a cat C, but it's good to be here anyway.
Oh yeah. I mean, everyone's. I tried to make it clear on Facebook when I posted the ride. As always, this ride started as being targeted to C and D riders, and we only started actually recognizing A and B riders when it became a critical mass, and I wasn't going to chase anybody away. I mean, this ride started as being a decaf coffee, hoping to give the C and D riders more of a stage and a place for them to race and congregate. But for this to be called an A race really kind of pisses me off, but I don't really have a solution right now. I could call it a C ride, which may be the best solution going forward. But I mean, anyway, I'm losing riders, and people are probably not, joining us because they think it's a specific category. And we could put everybody in different pens, but then everybody can't see each other's messages, and I need 4 leaders. So, and I get that Zwift is a growing company, and they're gonna make mistakes and they're gonna make missteps, but their inability to have some kind of a council or reach out and talk to people, actually use the program on a daily basis and use the modules, sometimes lacking. All right, I'm off my soapbox now.
Yeah, it's good for discussion's sake here. I mean, hey, is there a place where you can maybe not talk to a live person but leave feedback like that?
We have connectivity up to the tops of the organization. So Charlie Issendorf runs kind of the events with a guy named Alan. They run the event module, and Charlie's like the head of social outreach or community outreach. But we've got, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, they have done, I should be a little nicer. They've reached out to the groups. There's connectivity, and there's certainly channels of dialogue, but they don't always listen. They're the best way. And we're not privy to everything they're working on and all their challenges. So, to be fair, they have a lot going on, but this seems like a pretty basic, important part of the platform right now is the events and the groups, the rides and races. So you wouldn't want to screw that one up.
Sounds like a common theme in the cycling world.
In what way do you mean? I'm interested to hear your thoughts.
USA Cycling, UCI, where cyclists dominate and they don't listen to the masses and how to make things better. How do you make things better? Well, listen to the people who actually do it.
Right. I mean, yeah, very valid point.